Just to follow up on one of my previous episodes, well embarrassed. I was talking about the letter that the Secretary of Education in the United States, McMahon, don't remember her first. I'm not gonna learn her name. I'm not gonna learn some names because they don't deserve for me to know their names. So I was talking about how she wrote a letter to Harvard University, and then Harvard responded, where they corrected her letter. And when you're at school and the red pen that the teachers do, I thought it was real. Somebody said to me, Damon, sorry to burst your bubble. When somebody says sorry to burst your bubble, it's not nice. It's like I don't take it well. But he meant it in good spirit. No hard feelings. So it turns out it was, he says AI. I suppose AI could have done it, but before AI, you Photoshop, you take a thing and you put red corrections, red marking on a piece of paper. But I suppose with AI, you can say to Chat GPT, create a letter with corrections as if a teacher with a real strong red pen, durable red pen, virulent red pen can do the corrections. And I should have known it wasn't real because I don't think one word got okayed as correct. So I fell for it. But I say, you know what? Whoever thought of it, brilliant, very clever, very funny. Yeah. Still a lot of people talking about the 49 white Afrikaners, gone to America, refugees. And I want to just draw your attention. Look, there's lots of articles, there's lots of very good videos, but the one thing that I really liked was an article written in the Daily Maverick. Can't remember who wrote it, but just go Daily Maverick, White Africa, just Google it. And this writer, this journalist, pointed out all the real refugee situations that he's come across in his life as a journalist. People in tents in the desert. People in bombed out shelters. In South Africa, people in the basement of churches with nothing. And the line that got me, and I'm just paraphrasing, the main difference between these real refugees and these so-called South African white refugees, the distinct difference is their significant lack of luggage. I love that line. Their significant lack of luggage. I'm enjoying LinkedIn at the moment. Well, yeah, hopefully not. Hope it continues. I just find the comments, the postings, people's reactions generally of much better quality than what I've found on Twitter, the X, my ex Twitter, and Facebook. But occasionally there's some really inaccurate, twisted, misinformation, whatever you call it, right-wing cuck on LinkedIn. You do come across it. And somebody posted an article about these. So get this. So there's a photo of a really badly beaten up woman. The story was, this is in Norway or Denmark. Let's say, I think it's Norway. And the story was, this woman was beaten and raped, nearly killed by either an Iraqi or an Iranian. Let's go, you get the idea. Let's go with Iraqi immigrant. And the vitriol, the responses on the comment threads was, get these damn illegal aliens out of our country, they're stealing our jobs, they're committing crime, they're animals, yada yada, carrying on and on. So I posted, oh, does this mean all Iraqi immigrants, all illegal aliens, are they all rapists? And the one guy responded, carrying on about how the problem is these illegal aliens, these immigrants, they don't go through the due process. If this is what he said, if I have to immigrate to wherever, I have to get a police clearance, I have to go to the embassy and get a visa, I have to apply, I have to prove that I don't have a criminal record, I have to do this, I have to do that. How can you be so blind? How can you have such a blind spot? How can you be so ignorant? The average refugee, somebody who's going to another, they're escaping, they're running away. They're running away from either persecution or prosecution. They're running away from a tyranny. They're escaping from a really bad situation. They don't have the luxury. They don't have the luxury of doing all that. Do you not? How can you not know that? I didn't have the strength. I thought, let me save my energy for this podcast. Really? These people, most of them don't have passports. Their passport, they may never ever have had a passport. Some of these countries that they're fleeing from, they couldn't get a passport because the country is either war-torn or it's under a tyranny, a totalitarian regime where maybe you can't get a passport, or passports are only available to the elite or the government, or the totalitarian government. How can you be so unaware? And what makes it even worse is that this particular person I happen to have known, I know him from the past, he happened to be a Jewish guy, and he's intelligent. Well, I thought he was intelligent. He knows Jewish history. He knows the Holocaust, what happened with the Jews. When Jews were escaping the Holocaust, when they were trying to get out of Germany, out of all the various European countries where the Nazis were on their way. It was coming. Jews arrived in ships and they were on the coast of America, Canada. Some of those ships were turned away. Those people had to go back. Those Jews had to go back to Europe. And most of them died, were murdered in those death camps, Auschwitz, Dachau, you name it. How can you not see it? And then all this rhetoric about how bad these immigrants are don't you see that it's like propaganda? It's just racism. You don't want people who are not white, who don't speak English, you don't want them in your country. One of the arguments he gave, those are one of the, I guess I gave that Jewish analogy. His response was, the Jews assimilated better. Hello? That's what one of Trump's people just said about the white Afrikaners. They assimilated better. They even went to the extent of changing their names. Well, back then, why did Jews have to change why did they feel the need to change their names? Why did they? Why couldn't they just be themselves? Do you not ask that question? I don't know. I hope I've been clear. Because some of the comments I got from our last episode about the 49 white Afrikaners, people thought that I was supporting those white Afrikaners. I think I've been more clear. I hope so. Thank you.